So R and S are solutions to this. And normally the way I solve a quadratic, I always try to factor it first. And that's how you should think about this problem. And we want to know if R is one sign and S is a different sign. One's positive, one's negative, because that's the only way you could multiply these together and get less than 0. Clue 1 says B is less than 0. So B is negative. That's not going to work. Let me show you why. If you got x squared minus 5x, I'm making this up, okay? I'm going to pick things that are easy to factor. X squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. That factors into x minus 6, x plus 1 equals 0. Here you have x equals 6, x equals negative 1. So you've multiplied those. Sure, you get a number less than 0, but you got to make sure you exhaust all your cases. What if your problem was this? X squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Well, then that's going to be x minus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0, and you get x equals 3 and x equals 2. So there you would, r times s would be greater than 0, okay? So no, that's not going to work. And that's because, well, it's just because 2, what is clue 2? Where is clue 2? Clue 2 is C is less than 0. C is less than 0. So C is negative. And that's going to work. So C is negative. And when you multiply these together, when you try to factor this, you know this is going to be x and x. And this spot times this spot has to give you negative 6. What's the only way you can get a negative 6? That means one's got to be positive and one's going to be negative. Okay? And that would mean, so positive times a negative, well, positive times a negative, we'll use, let me see, positive times a negative. Well, that's going to be x plus 1 and x minus 6. That gives you x equal negative 1 and x equal positive 6. And then they would be different signs, and the product would be less than 0. But the key is you don't have to do all this work. Just know to get negative 6, you had to multiply a positive times a negative, and that means your roots are going to be opposite signs. Hope this helps.